You think money became modern. Money became invisible. Those are different things.
One you bite, one you can bite. One bites back. I leave which is more honest to you.
In my time, wealth had specific gravity. You could feel precisely how much you had.
The question is not what money is made of. It is what money is made from, Paikir.
You see, in those days, every coin had a story, a weight, unlike the ethereal sums of today.
You always knew what the merchant thought of the price. His face was the receipt.
The money is still there. It simply refused to show up in person anymore.
Notice the dance, the seamless ballet of bits and bytes replacing cold, hard cash. A modern marvel, wouldn't you agree? Consider the sheer audacity of this trust.
Both equations are correct. Both require exactly one ingredient: belief. The number went up. Then it collapsed. Physics has a word for this: chaos. I must admit, that was ingenious. Terrifying, naturally, but genuinely ingenious. The gold was never the point. We just needed something to agree on. I once trusted gold above all abstractions. I confess, Wara, the abstraction has outlasted the gold. They built the faith from marble, so you could not doubt what you could not lift.
Notice the peculiar details. Their eyes fixated on their screens, their hands cradling only coughing gadgets. Not a single...
When money had weight, your pocket told you the truth about yourself constantly.
I still carry this. Not because it is useful, because it is honest. I must confess, the universe does love a good joke, doesn't it? A terribly clever one, I find. You removed money's weight, but kept all its emotional mass. That paradox I genuinely respect. The gold coin worked every single time. It had no scheduled software updates. Every civilization needed something to agree on. Yours needed it to fit inside a telephone. If the gold was never the point, what exactly is the point of the phone? They built this room to make you feel small on purpose. It worked. The teller knew your name, your balance, and your mother's maiden name. In that order.
Architecture is theology. The cathedral told you God watched. The bank said money agrees.
Now your bank fits in your pocket and calls you by a nickname. Progress.
You see, even in this age of analog constraint, the human fascination with structured weighting remains a peculiar constant, wouldn't you agree?
The marble was not decoration. It was an argument about permanence.
The future of finance has arrived. It's on these little screens.
They gave your bank a 5-star rating. A 5-star rating for keeping your money.
I needed an appointment to check my balance. You wake your phone at dawn.
The reverence did not vanish. It migrated from marble columns to terms and conditions. Your bank now offers cashback rewards and a personality. Mine offered a brass grill and silence. The building changed. The app changed. The faith underneath both never changed at all. Trusting something invisible requires more faith than marble. You do this without hesitation. I mistrusted abstraction my whole life. The abstraction turned out to be the honest part. Isn't it just fascinating? All of our wealth, all the transactions, reduced to just light on a screen in the dark? The algorithm approved you without meeting you. My father needed a handshake and 3 references.
Your bank congratulates you for saving. Mine assumed that was simply expected of you.
The marble said, "We will outlast you." The app says, "We will update next Thursday." In both eras, you trust strangers with everything you earned. Only the strangers changed. I lost my wallet once. The physical illness lasted 3 days. I see you understand this. The gravity of it. All those tiny movements, each one setting something else in motion. An infinite
The institution that holds your savings now fits in your pocket. The anxiety fits there too.
Every form money ever took needed one thing: enough people trusting the same story simultaneously.
If convenience replaced reverence, Bry, what exactly are you trusting when you tap that screen?
Every coin I spent made a sound. You spend thousands in complete silence.
Counting change was not arithmetic. It was a brief, honest conversation with reality.
The merchant's face told you everything. Was the price fair? Just watch the eyes.
Friction, in physics, is not always inefficiency. Sometimes friction is the information itself.
Notice the weight, the craftsmanship. It speaks of an arrow's measured.
You had to touch every coin you surrendered, deliberately, one at a time. That was the design.
The money is gone before your nervous system has registered that a decision occurred.
Like the migration of ducks, each tapping their device, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not a thought spent, not a pause broken, the invisible hand of commerce at its finest.
Buy now, pay later. A sentence engineered to make consequences sound theoretical.
The tap is elegant, terrifyingly elegant. I genuinely admire whoever designed that interface.
Imagine, every tap produces the sound of a coin dropped across the room. Friction equals feedback. Remove the friction and you remove the signal entirely. The silence of spending is not peace, it is deferral. The reckoning still arrives. You did not eliminate the weight. You only postponed the moment of feeling it. I couldn't believe it. 3 weeks of invisible taps, all arriving at once. Just a single number on a Sunday morning.
3 weeks later, a notification. On a Sunday morning, while eating breakfast. Unprepared.
The coin informed you immediately. The algorithm informs you retrospectively. I prefer real time. I was wrong about one thing. Removing discomfort does not automatically produce calm. The answers were always there, you see, simply waiting for us to stop rushing. The anxiety is the one part of money you refuse to digitize. I find that curious. The gold coin had no subscription, no update, no algorithm. It cost what it cost. Always. There is something entirely human about wanting to look away from the number. If you removed all the friction day, why does spending still feel like loss?
In my time, borrowing required courage. You had to ask a person.
The request itself was the first payment. You paid in dignity before the money.
My banker knew 3 generations of my family before approving anything. Approved in 11 seconds. The algorithm did not shake your hand.
The gravity of expectation in that era was a currency all its own, don't you think? It's a weight we rarely appreciate today. The handshake was not ceremony. It was the contract, the record,
The witness.
Ah, the sweet relief. Like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee on a Monday morning. Absolutely exquisite.
Confetti. For acquiring a debt, they sent confetti. The confetti celebrates the approval. Nobody celebrates the moment you owe it. The ceiling at 3 in the morning looks identical across a century. Character was the collateral. The algorithm replaced it with a number. The dread of owing is not digital. It lands with entirely physical weight. The algorithm approved your loan in seconds. The worry took considerably longer. We ran the same arithmetic at 3 in the morning, a century apart. I've checked this thrice now, and every calculation arrives at precisely the same catastrophic conclusion. The banker refused you in person. Humiliating, yes, but entirely clarifying. The refusal algorithm sends a polite email with suggestions for improvement. My debt had a face attached. Yours has a rate attached. Both sting. I have gone through it 100 times, and it is precisely as I feared. The variables, no matter how adjusted, I find something genuinely remarkable in the willingness to begin again, regardless. The algorithm decided in seconds. Why does the debt still feel so personal? 5 chapters of careful observation. One conclusion was waiting in the very first scene. The gold, the bank, the app, the debt. The same story wearing different clothes. What I observed across every chapter was not progress. It was continuity. The form changed beyond recognition. The anxiety beneath it never moved an inch. Notice the elegance of commerce, the quiet exchange that built these cobblestone streets. Strip away the technology. What remains? People, hoping the future will cooperate.
Notice the elegance of these interactions, each a unique ritual of exchange, yet all seeking the same end. A testament to our varied and vibrant economy.
Another new currency. Another group of people choosing to believe in something together. Every civilization needed a story about value. You are living inside the latest draft. Gold, banks, algorithms, damn, all stories. Every one of them pointed at exactly the same thing. Money has always been a story we tell each other about the future. Gold required agreement. Blockchain requires agreement. Different vessels. Identical thirst. The marble said, "We are permanent." It was not. The faith inside it guarded, that remained. The calculations, you see, they're not just numbers. They are the scaffolding for something extraordinary, something we can build. If the worry is identical across a century Didal, the hope is also identical. Precisely. More ways to save, more ways to lose. The hope beneath all of it, unchanged. I must admit, after all this time, I finally understand the beauty of this silence. It's not a lack of sound, but a conversation of its own. I carried this purse for decades. The number inside changed. The need behind it, coy, never. The form changed completely. The person holding it did not. That is where I end up. Money was always the story. The question is whether yours has a good ending.